Today we are going to start a fresh chapter, laws of motion. In this, at first we will learn about inertia and its type. Now, what is inertia? It is that property of a body by virtue of which it opposes any change in its state of motion. You know, when we talk state of motion, it means that the things which are included in the state of motion are its magnitude of motion, direction of motion, a state of rest or a state of motion. So these are the three things included in it now. So these are the types of inertia. Now the types of inertia are inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and then inertia of motion is further divided into two parts: inertia of magnitude of motion and inertia of direction of motion. You know what is inertia of rest? When a body is at rest, it is that property by virtue of which it tends to remain at rest. It tends to remain at rest so unless some force acts on it. And this is also you will see later that this is also the basis of birth of Newton's first law of motion. So say for example, for inertia of rest we can speak that when a train at rest starts moving, the passengers bends backward, because the body was at rest and it was having the position in backward direction, but since the train has moved forward, so the body tends to remain in its pole position, which was its position of rest, and therefore it moves backward. Now inertia of magnitude of motion, what is it? Means what is the speed of motion. You say whether it is fast, whether it is slow. Now whenever we tend to change the magnitude of motion, means we want to accelerate a vehicle, we want to de-accelerate the vehicle. In both cases it opposes it. So for example, when a body moving along a straight line, having a uniform motion, and that de-accelerates, say for example on applying the brakes, the passenger bends forward in order to keep the magnitude of his speed unchanged. So finally we talk about inertia of direction of motion. It is that property by virtue of which the body opposes any change in its direction of motion. Say for example, while a high speed moving car is taking a steep turn towards left, then the passenger inside leans towards right, because they tend to maintain the same direction of motion, and therefore their body is shifting in that sense. So this is all about inertia. Thank you and have a nice day.